Greetings, fellow Demon Slayers. This is Taimanin Mari here today with another video. So, for today's topic, we are going to be looking at this nice Affinity video that Ultra sent us. He's been really going down the rabbit hole and, kind of hitting the ground running with this system. He's done a crazy amount of pulls. And speaking of Ultra, we actually do have him for this video. So he's gonna definitely explain the system, explain some of the benefits, some of the exploits you can do with it, and the overall I guess feel of it and rates. We're gonna go into it. It's just gonna be a nice Affinity discussion. So we do have Ultra and Tac here, and I guess I'll let him kind of take it away. I'm gonna start the footage, so it's playing in the background while we discuss it. And yeah, we can go. Also, I like how you were spamming the poses.
Yeah. I figured that would be a cool thing to do because I know a lot of people don't have um, their affinity high enough to see some of those multiple poses and, of course, the 3 time poses. Um, and so what I did here, I just kind of showed the number of boxes I had, and then, of course, when you go back to the home screen, they do the little greeting, whatever. But here's essentially what we're doing is just going into the goal gotcha, and I've got muscle memory on this now. It's just 3 taps, and you just go until your inventory gets full. I think a couple times I'll stop to show the actual box, but as you can see, I'm getting as many of the rare weapons as the boxes are. And so forgive me if this kind of gives you an epileptic seizure or something, but yeah, it's just I don't even look at it now. I just have this. I have the screen on my lap. I have my phone on my lap, and I'm just tap 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 tap. I've got this triangle movement down,
Oh,
and
you're just tapping it and
flow
not
through
even really looking at your phone. That's funny.
until I get my box inventory full.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't even
yeah,
know.
I
I didn't even know you
yeah,
can get
I'm not even looking at it.
the presents from the gold the gold gotcha. I didn't even know about that until now.
Yeah, I mean that's really where the rubber meets the road. The thing is, if you've got a lot of gold, then I mean this is just the easiest way to farm it. And I can tell you, Mari, thanks to that #1 ranking for that last campaign, I mean I was sitting at 200 million gold,
Yeah,
and I
I
was
see
like,
you both.
when am I ever going to use this? Yeah, I was like, when am I going to use this? And I was like, oh, okay, well they're in the gold gotcha. I'm like, well, let me just see how it is. So I maxed out my box, which I wasn't maxed before, so I got 700 spaces. And then I cleared everything out because the main thing that you run into with this situation is you get all those normal Magatamas, which that's what take up space because they don't compile those into one item,
Hmm.
and then everything else is just individual stuff. I mean, so all the little ores and stuff like that, they do pile on top of each other. So um, and of course the normal weapons don't. So this should be over in a couple of seconds. Like I say, because it takes about. I mean, you can even fast forward past if you wanted to, but I mean, it takes about.
Yeah, we can.
This takes about 30 seconds or so, a couple minutes to get through this portion of it. What I try to do is 74 pulls that I do in this box here. I mean, at a
Okay.
time. So it's 750,000 gold that I have to use,
Hey, hold up,
and then
hold
from
up.
there, so
Hold.
you can see my box is full, 700 out of 700,
1 second,
and
Ultra.
then
I
so I
gotta go
showed.
back to that. I have to say something about that. What is Nui giving you a stern talking to? This shit. Look at her.
Oh yeah, that's her.
Yeah,
Whoa.
don't you do that. I
Yeah.
saw you. Sorry, that just caught my attention. But yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And her new one, her tease is really cool though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I just unlocked that one yesterday. It's really really cool. Um,
so you just come
but
in
yeah,
here
so
and
here all I'm doing, I'm clearing out my box. So I'm just auto select. I went to hit the little coin to sell Magatamas,
hmm
and I'm just hitting auto select and then confirm. Yeah, and then clearing out my space. So that's all it is.
yeah, you have this down to a science, bro. So 700 is
Dude, I
the
mean,
box cap. That's the inventory cap
yeah,
right now.
that's a box cap. Yeah, that's the inventory cap right now. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that because I haven't bothered to up it besides the ones they've given us, the inventory upgrades. That's good to
Yeah, I
know.
never really cared about doing it anyway until this because I was like, oh, first, one of the guys was making a comment in the chat about how he does a goal and then has to come back and do it in a couple minutes, and I was like, yeah, if you got to really expand your box, and it's expensive to do it, but for me for this it was really worth it. But honestly, it's just not that big a deal. And what I did was I had turned 98 boxes. I just showed I basically pulled only 11 in that and 740 pulls. So
Jesus.
yeah, so that's not a lot. So now I'm opening the boxes so you guys can see what I got. And you can scroll over, like, because it doesn't show all 10 items, but I think I do it once or twice to kind of show you that. But like, I just click through them and to open them up. The biggest thing is just getting as much gold items as possible. So this first time, I mean, this first real run through it, when I was doing a bunch of it, I was trying to mainly not give gold to anybody other than my waifus and then the most important ones. And now I've got enough gold items where I'm feeding everybody gold every day now. So Newey's almost at affection 8. She's like literally today when I fed her, she's at like affection 7 or affinity 7, like 98.1%.
My
So I was
Kirara's
kind of
like
like,
my Kirara's a
yeah,
whole level behind her. I'm not getting any Fumas, bro. Like I haven't farmed it like this, obviously. I just don't have the gold right now. But like
yeah.
at the rates,
Well,
they just
I
feel
went a little ham on half. Yeah,
yeah.
it's bad. Like I said, right now, I would say for me, so up till today, I'm not gonna count the 300 I did this morning, but
Hmm.
up to today, I've done 1,800 boxes, and in 1,800 boxes, I'm averaging one Fumadol per 60 boxes.
Ooh,
So that's not really good. That's not a
nah.
good rate at all. I mean, but I don't, and, it's a UR, so it's pretty bad. But the gold, I would say the gold items are very common. Like, I know some of these pools that there's a lot of the rare stuff in there, but the gold items are, and the thing is with the gold is really funky because only certain growers have certain gold items they'll take.
Yeah.
Um, but that's still not that big a deal. So I'm just gonna go through all these real quick. Yeah, almost done with that. And then that's really about it. But I would say the good thing about it is the 75 points is really easy to get. So I know a lot of people in your Discord were talking about how they got their growths pretty high. I mean, because the doll is only 25 points more. So right now I'm at a point where I'm only feeding dolls to Nui because I want to get one character to 10 as soon as possible,
Yeah.
and then kind of show everybody what that looks like on the bridge. So I'm figuring at this rate, it probably will be like another probably week before that even happens.
Oh yeah, because you say the
And
scaling
so
gets
then I go into
really.
the actual system,
You did say the
and then I
scaling gets bad,
start to
right?
actually, yeah. So now I go in here and actually start showing you what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, the scaling gets really bad. So like right now for Nui at like Affinity 7, like 100 points is only equal to 11.11%.
Jesus Christ.
So that's 10. That's basically $10 it takes to get her max. Yeah,
Jesus.
so that's
Oh my
$1,000.
God.
That's if you get $10.
They really want you to take a long time on this system.
Yeah.
Like
So
it
and it
probably
gets
a
worse.
month or two.
Which is like I said, like I said, it'd be different if this was about giving if these affinity benefits were like additional crit or additional attack or additional defense or something like that, where it was like really really super potent. I
Yeah.
would see, yeah, time gate this and make it where where you can't just go in and take this in a tower because because imagine if you can get if every character was like or you had 3 or 4 characters that was plus 5% crit. You throw 3 of those on deck, that's 15% on top of whatever your build is, and you can go in the tower and just crit the hell out of it. And but so for them to actually have it where it's just AP and drop rate and EXP is like, okay, grinding your waifu, it's not that big a deal because what really is the issue with grinding your waifu is freaking skill points. Skill points suck. Like
Yeah.
it takes like, you know, 3 or 4 times the amount of time to grind skill points as it does to grind them to 81. So the additional EXP doesn't make any sense to me. The plus 15 AP and the plus 20 drop rate only makes sense for events. And like we talked about before, essentially you load 3 plus 15 AP girls onto the bridge, spam a bunch of pots and load and stack them up, maybe burn about 4 or 5 pots there, and then immediately switch your girls to drop rate and then go into the events and grind those tickets. And if you have Mercy, 5 for 5 or or in general, and if you're running heavy, even if you're not running heavy, this replaces heavy. Because why would you need a heavy drop rate if you're only now heavy's only good for really one thing, and that's the fourth slot.
Yeah.
Because now for free you can get 60% better drop rate. So when you go into an event and you can just like literally, I'm guessing, and we won't know until we get the next ticket event, but I'm willing to bet we could probably clear an event more than twice as fast as we have before.
If you
So
have
that's going to
that
save
setting.
everybody AP pots. Yeah, we're going to save everybody's going to save AP pots, even free to plays. With this kind of function, so you can really go in there and do well. 45 additional AP on top of your stack, plus the 60% drop rate. But the thing is, the fact that they gated it for most people, this is going to be over a month, maybe 2 months before you're. I'd say probably more than 2 months because it's been what, a week for us now, or
Oh
not quite
yeah,
a week
dude,
yet.
this murdered my
It's
crafting
about to be
mats
a week.
for it. Like I'm
'Cause
already
this
out of
drop, yeah,
mats.
yeah, it's about to be, yeah, well, yeah, so it's about to be a week. So I've gotten her to almost 8 in 4 days. So, and that's what me just going super, super, super hard on this thing. Like literally, I spend my day not even playing the game, basically autoing with Emily, and then jumping into the goals gotcha. Um, so I don't know. It's kind of weird. But like here, also I'll go through a bunch of the initially just kind of showing everybody how it looks like when you feed them good things versus bad things. And I wasn't raising anybody levels now, but I'm doing everybody at the exact same time. So they're all getting, except for the EXP. I'm not giving them gold anymore, but I gave everybody these that Arc says the ice lollies, because they all hate those things.
Yeah, those ice
So you can at least see
popsicles
what the
are a
reaction for
letdown.
those.
Yeah, they're just like, ugh. Like,
Yeah, nobody likes those at all. Like none of the
yeah.
girls actually had that in their favorites at all. So,
Yeah, those
but
shits
yeah,
like
so here I just do
feels
that.
bad.
A whack ass gift.
But I tell
You
you, it was
know,
kind of cool. Some of the
bro,
reactions they gave
Angry,
him, which
yeah,
is awesome.
Angry just looked the other way. You know?
Yeah,
That shit was savage. I haven't even seen
yeah,
Kirara's because I won't give her anything bad.
yeah, and that's why I did it because I'm sure most people aren't going to get their waifus bad stuff. So I just kind of gave all the waifus bad stuff.
Bro,
I mean,
she just
all the
dismissed
ones that
you.
don't waifu bad stuff, and then some other ones good stuff. So
That's so funny, bro. Like, they're so rude when you give them these things. I don't know, she doesn't look too mad.
mhm.
Oh, there it
Now
is. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. I love it. I mean,
gonna say she
overall,
looks
like,
happy.
I like the system. I, I know it's like, it's way more time gated than I initially thought. I will say that it's definitely a terrible grind, but like it's a nice gem injection. It's a nice overall injection into the game of like just gems and some awakening crystals. Like if you just ignore the emotes, there's some pretty decent rewards in there that I think people could look
Yeah,
forward to, and it's a nice overtime kind of thing. Like, you won't, people will probably spend the stuff as they get it, but if you for some reason hoard it, you'll come out the other end like in 2 months with a nice amount of gems, some rotation coins. You'll have like what, like,
Awakening crystal.
yeah, if you have like all the characters, you'll have like 30 some odd awakening crystals chilling. It's not bad. Like,
yeah. I mean,
oh,
it's really not, man. I mean, and especially if we're going to if they're going to max the girls out, because I have a feeling with all these awakening gems, they're doing that because maybe we're going to finally get that 99 bump, you know.
oh, where they
So
add the
I'm probably
last
going
three
to just,
stars.
like me personally, I'm going to finish awakening. Yeah, the last 3 stars. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to finish Kurana because she's at 79, so I'll get her to 81, and I'm going to sit on the rest of them. That way, if they decide to drop that, we can throw, we can take your top waifus and then go ahead and 99 them. But because like, why else would you give us that many? They've been so stingy with those things. I mean, unless you're whaling, you can't buy them. I mean, you can't get them. They're not putting them in. They put them in with the arena every once in a while.
Hmm.
So the fact that they're now giving free to plays access to that many, it's probably because we're getting ready to get the max cap. I would assume. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any insight on that, but that's something I would assume from that.
Yeah, the cap may go up soon. Because they're not going to give it to everyone so they can finish awakening their characters because they've been monetizing it. So there must be
Yeah.
something on. Yeah, you're right. That makes sense. That like logically makes sense. What I wonder is what the cap would be because we went from what 75 to 81. That's such a weird ass cap. Like, I wonder if they're going to drop us at 90 or if they're going to drop us at like 87 because they only added 6 levels the first round of awakening. So if they do bring it up, I'm like, what would the cap be? 85, 90, 86, 87? Like, you know, it would.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird. Yeah, maybe
75
they'll
to me
scale it up
was
or something.
75 was like a good cap, and now it's like 81, and I'm like, what am I looking at? Like, it sets my OCD off because it's just an 8 and a 1. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like, if you're a numbers person, this drives you nuts.
Yeah, it does, because I'm so used to a cap being a multiple of 5 in everything I've ever played.
There's also like their cap being 120. I hate that for rank. Like to me, that's one thing I like about the other game I play. Well, one of the games I play is like the cap's 999. So it's like I'm okay with not being able to break 1,000 because I understand it's a 4-digit cap, but like 120, like who the hell came up with that number?
Yeah, that was the old, like, it's a completely different gacha game, but when I played Valkyrie Crusade, that was the cap for, like, the longest time. Like, I remember I hit 120, and I was like, okay, and then, like, I realized I couldn't level anymore, and I'm like, why 120? I had the same exact feeling, like, what? It's such a weird cap, but I've seen a few gacha games use it. I don't know what the reasoning is behind it. Maybe it has something to do with how
Yeah,
much AP
I'm
they
not
want us
cool
to
with that.
have, and, like, 120 added up to where they
It could
wanted you,
be.
yeah.
Yeah, because I think my max right now is like 246. Because so essentially, if you get, but that's the thing that makes it even worse. So if you get the 45 extra AP, that puts you at 301. Like,
Yeah.
you know how annoying that is? 301. You're talking about set your OCD off.
Yeah,
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 it's
that's
just
so
a
stupid.
weird
that
ass, like,
one extra AP kind of like triggers your OCD up the ass.
you
Yeah.
can't do anything with that one. It's just one hanging AP. It's just there. Yeah, I don't know. You know, far be it for me to wonder about how Japanese devs do stuff, but like overall, yeah, this is a great showcase. Like this really gives people like a picture. And you said like as of today, you'll have gone through 2,100 boxes, right?
Yeah, I actually opened the last 300 today, and I only got 2 formal dolls
Jesus
and 300 boxes.
And I
Yeah, so it was pretty
was
bad.
getting shit luck.
Christ.
So I went into the collection thing. It's so funny because there was another um, um, YouTuber out there that didn't even know how to get to this point. So I was like, let me just show, and it's really really easy. Just go into collections. And the thing is, I don't know if you can turn these on or off, that, but they're all on the screen. So like, so far I haven't found any kind of setting that lets you take one off versus the other, like for the home screen.
Mhm.
But this is everything here. And I tell you what's so funny is I actually like probably about 6 months ago, I emailed Grimmer and said, "Hey, is there a way we can have a picture of our waifu with her weapon?" Because I, that to me is like like when we go into the costume area, how you can only see their wardrobe, but when they go to the weapon, it's only like the half screen.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious that when I saw this update, the weapon had an actual option, so you can actually go to full screen and see your waifu holding her weapon in their weapon pose. So that's just me personally. 'Cause I think that with their weapon was kind of cool. I don't like the fact that you can't change your outfit in here as their default, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. It is nice. Like I agree with you as far as the whatchamacallit, the idle animations. It seems like they are all just applied to the screen as you get them for every girl. It's like Kirara, they just be doing like shit. They all be doing shit. Like if you click the other girls, they'll start doing the different idols. Because I think the Greet animation plays when you go home automatically. And then outside of that, the other one just seem to be in the touch rotation, right? Like when you pet them, they just the new ones come up whenever I touch Kirara. I don't know. I think it's a good system. I hate that it's this gated. It's gonna really open eyes for a lot of people. They probably were like expecting it to go fast. Are you guys there?
Yeah, I
Oh.
do agree with you that it's gonna take a while for people to get this, but overall, the fact that the Umo does take. Wait, what the hell?
G'd up from the wait. The video is still playing. 1 second. I need to see that.
Go back to that end.
I am. G'd up from the feet up. Blued up from the shoe up.
What the hell?
I think.
Old school Dr. Dre.
No, yeah, I
Oh,
know. I love it. I
Okay.
thought you had gone away. I was like, I don't know if he's still there.
Oh
Did you?
no, it was sort of the breakup. I think my internet dropped. So yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I was saying, basically, I was just saying, like, I think it's a good system, and then I was talking about how the idle animations work. Correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm thinking is it's like when you go to the home screen, you see the girl greet you, and then all the other idols seem to be in the rotation when you pet them as you earn them, right?
Yes, exactly. So like
Okay.
sometimes like it's weird, and I haven't found a trigger that specifically makes each one work. But I've tapped Nui like 3 or 4 times, and she'll give me her old animation. Then all of a sudden she pops up and gives me one of the new ones. Or
Yeah.
I'll tap her twice, and she'll do the new ones over and over and over again. So it's just I don't know how they have that set up. I don't know if that's maybe a bug in it or something, but it'd be nice if we could just get rid of the old ones or have it where like there's a certain part on the screen and gives you a certain activation, like maybe a swipe up gives you one thing. It's kind of like if you play Dragon Ball Legends, when you pull a character, they get a special way to show that all the art on their card. And sometimes it's a swipe, sometimes it's a tap, sometimes it's a hold. So maybe we did something like that and you can just go, okay, well, if I want to see her new stuff, I can hold her or swipe up on her or swipe down from her or something like that, where we can actually see those animations. But it's completely random. So that's the only thing about it. So I'm still waiting on. Of course, 10 is the shy one, so I don't know why they made that. To me, the emos are not nearly as as epic as the freaking awakening crystals, but at least they give us the crystals. We don't have to go all the way to 10 for that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the emotes are just a flavor thing. I know people who like play it as like a waifu game where they're like, this is my girlfriend. Like they're gonna get a kick out of it. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, look at these emotes. But like the crystals
Yeah,
are
I
just
love
like
this part. Yeah.
the most valuable thing. Like it's like, oh, awakening crystals, hold up. That's what we need there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this it's pretty. The one I just unlocked was Tease, and Tease is really cute. She like kind of like chastising, and then she like kind of makes this like, oh yeah, I'm just kidding, kind of deal. So, but yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean, I would definitely say this update was probably one of the best I've seen so far for this game to make an advance to kind of like really I would say more like fan service. Tak and I both play Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, and it's one of those things where they don't do a lot of fan service for us, but this game here seems to like really be kind of going realizing it's a waifu game, and hey, if you want people to spend money or to spend time in this game, you got to basically make it where they can spend time with their waifu. So, and I think the collections little option there was really, really cool. I mean, I think that was probably one of the best. And I do like the 3 win on deck. I know it's kind of weird having 3 moving, but that was the only thing I had about the initial update was like, well, why they have 3 on deck and then 2 are just stagnant and one's you can move around.
Yeah, I was like,
But
yo, they all don't
yeah,
move. That's kind of corny. But then they fixed
yeah,
it like a few months later, so they obviously
yeah,
had plans.
yeah. So it's pretty neat. Like I said, and of course the die thing is super neat. I didn't go into that at all, and because it's about Infinity, but I do like the die stuff because blue's my favorite color, and as you can see, all my girls are blued up from the shoe up. That's how we get down.
I like the die thing. I just am not doing it because I wish that you could do it with more outfit families. And I've said this before, like you all know this, but to me it I was like, oh, this is gonna be it. And then when it came out, I was like, oh, it's just what is it? The bunny outfit, the
The
Big
school
Bunny,
outfit
Koopa.
the
and the
school
basic
outfit,
outfit.
and basic, yeah.
Yeah, and then to me, like that just killed it. Like it was like, oh, I'm hopeful they'll add more though. But it does, it's cool. Like
Yeah,
people are having
yeah.
fun with it. I'm seeing some neat like dye jobs. The other thing I wish is
hmm
that we could dye the weapons. Just
Yeah, that'd be
because,
neat too. But the most important thing to me, and I think Fox and I was talking about this, is if they would just let us change the hair. To me, the dye is cool. I don't care about the dye. I didn't care about the dye at all. It was neat. It was neat to have it. But if we could just say, okay, they've got 8 different hairstyles, and you can change their hairstyle on any costume. To me, that's a waifu groundbreaking event because, I mean, think about like Asuka. You got this great ass, and it's been hidden by her long hair. You can't freaking adjust it on any freaking outfit. You know?
now when you say hair options, do you mean like something like Soul Calibur where each character can use each character's hair? So like you could put Nui's
No,
hair on Tokiko, or do you mean they each have like their own hairstyles to
different
themselves?
hairstyles. Like for instance, like how like for instance, Nui. So her hair is down. Then
Yeah.
she also has like in her she has a side bun. with the vampire Halloween outfit. Then she has the high bun with like the kimono outfit. So just having it, so all the different outfits they have with their different hairstyles, let that hairstyle be an option to change on any of the costumes. So if I wanted to have, I don't know, like say for instance, Rinko. Rinko has her hair up in only one outfit, and that's the outfit that she has with her swimwear. So
Hmm.
maybe I can have her hair in a bun when she has her standard outfit on. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, I think to me that's like that's more of a change in the dye thing. So yeah,
No, yeah, that is better. You're right, because like, I mean, Kirara's stuck with twin tails, but there are some characters I do wish like I like Asagi's hair up for her New Year's outfit. I
yeah.
like Yuki's hair when it's
Or even
like
Visagi's her almighty swimsuit. Like that like say the having that option I think makes sense.
yeah, it does. Far be it for them to add it, but it does make sense. I could agree with that. That would be a neat like it would as long as they don't monetize it and just add it. Like yeah, like
Yeah,
I think they should just give you the options. Like if you have the skin with the hair will be unlocked to you. Or maybe something like that, or
yeah,
maybe
that'd be a good idea. Yeah.
or maybe not. Because then if some are limited skins, some people may complain. I don't know. I don't know how they should do it, but
I mean, like for me, like Yuki's like her Lightning Onyx outfit. I would love to have pigtails on that. I mean,
oh,
absolutely.
that would be
But she has,
adorable. Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. But it's like, you only get to see her butt like here and there and here and there. It's like when she's moving or running or whatever. It's just kind of dumb. So yeah, but yeah, they would find a way to monetize it, kind of like the dye. I mean, the dye to me, I like the fact that they gave us some free, but the fact that it's scaled on how many colors options you lock, that's kind of dumb. I don't, if you unlock none of them and go straight random, it's one die. But if I lock one, then it's two dies to rotate. And if I lock two, then it's three dies. So for free to play, you're gonna have to use gems on it. And honestly, it doesn't seem much like 25, but you 25 and 25 and 25 and 25. Before you know it, you've thrown away a multi. You know,
Yeah.
so here and there. Because think about it, this is over the period of time, and some of these people are gonna you don't think about it like, okay, over the course of maybe a month, but if you threw away 400, 500 gems on die, every couple of days just here and there, it doesn't seem like much, but I think this is another way of grabbing free to play gems, especially the fact that they're injecting them all through the affinity system. So it's almost like the affinity system was designed to take the gems away from you that you're going to get. I mean, the DOS system is designed to take the gems you're going to get away from the Infinity system.
That does
You
make
know,
sense. It kind of keeps the free to plays in check if they're not diligent and save.
exactly.
And
So if
you're
you want
right.
to have those color changes, yeah, I mean, it's everything. I mean, I understand money. It's not a big deal. And I don't have a problem with a game monetizing a lot of different things, but you have to understand that they're not giving you something for free without having another hand out on something else. So, and I think that's what this is about. I think that the gems that we're getting for the affinity is directly tied into dye, and maybe there's going to be something coming up later on. Maybe the hair thing will be something like that too. Maybe you get to unlock hair for 25 gems, or or anything, and maybe change costumes up or dye weapons, or like you said. I mean, who knows? But I do think that this gem injection is not just because they're good people.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I agree with that. And you're right, that could screw you because I'm thinking of it like if you get to the point where you spent over 350 gems on your fucking die, you just gave up a limited skin, like for a holiday or
Yeah,
something. And then you're
yeah.
right, once you break 400, that is a multi, and that could be an ultra rare or two if you get lucky.
hmm Yeah.
So,
Or two discounts. I mean, think about it. I mean, how
oh
many
yeah,
people just pull
true,
on a
yeah.
discount alone? So you could go on there and do eight die purchases over the course of 2 months, where you just gave up two multis, and maybe that 200 pull you got. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I get lucky on 200 pulls. I pulled Rinko supporter the first time on the discount, which is 250. I pulled several other characters on that first time. For characters I didn't really care about. So and if you're free to play, it's you just kind of have to be cautious of that. And the fact that we're only getting it like here and there gifts, and then it's so random in dispatch. I mean, I've only got twice in dispatch. I mean, and I'm diligent with my dispatch too. I mean, I know a lot of us are. So I don't know. I just think that this is another way just to get free to play to pop that cherry.
Oh man, I like how you put that. And you know what they did too? They even did the classic give you a hit. Like give you that free
Mm-hmm.
sample because I think they gave
Yeah.
everyone like free dyes, like they gave out like
Yeah.
a gift from the team. So it's like here,
They
here,
gave
try
like
this new
30.
drug. Yeah, they gave everyone like 30 so they could get their feet wet, and then it's like if you want more, you're gonna have to pay. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah,
And the thing with
I
the dye,
noticed they
yeah.
did that. They gave us that
Oh
free
yeah.
sample.
And the thing with the dye is, most people don't realize or I'm sure they probably do now. But when you run out, it lets you refill. But if you refill, it's actually more expensive if you go in the consumables and buy it. So it's like when you do AP. If you do the AP replenish, it's like 10. But if you go into the consumable store and buy them, it's basically 90. So you save yourself 10 gems if you were going to do it 10 times. So it's a little cheaper. But the thing with the dive, like I say, it kind of go, oh, it's only 25. Let me just go ahead and get another one. And you go and buy it, and you go back into it. And of course, if you run out, even if you go into the move of buy, you back out of it and back out of it again, then it tells you, oh, you're incomplete. Would you like to go back? And it'll send you right back to it. So it kind of keeps you in that system. And it really, like for me, I can tell you as somebody who spends on the game, which I don't mind doing that. I I find myself like in it a lot, going, "Ooh, I want the specific color." Then I'll get the color, kind of go, "Oh, it didn't turn out like I want it." I'll do it again, do it again. So for me, I'm dropping 100, 200, 300 gems, over the course of 4 or 5 characters doing it. So imagine a free to play is going to have that same thing, like, "Ooh, if I can just get one more roll, maybe I can get the color I want." And then all of a sudden you're out of die. Now where are we? We're basically back to let me go do 25 more gems. Like say, I mean, they're getting it back from us. They're definitely they're not split. I mean, but this was probably I kind of put it together like I mean, this affinity system like is great, but the only reason it's great is because it's basically um, it's if you cannot get hooked into the die system, the affinity system is going to make a bunch of money for you. I mean, it's going to be a great tool. But if you get hooked into the die system and whatever else they got coming down the road, you're gonna free to play is gonna lose gems like crazy.
Well, I'll give them this, and I think we'll close here because we kind of got way off subject, but we always
Yeah,
do. You watch the videos, you know. But like this is why I like it because I'd rather have like a real discussion than like some guy reading off like and not deviating because when you
yeah,
discuss, you get varied opinions. But what I was gonna
and it's
say
organic.
is I'm gonna say this because we kind of had a year-end update last year where they added what like I think it was Desire and Heavy, and that was really
Yeah,
poorly received. So I'm just gonna go ahead and consider this like our year-end update since it's close to Christmas. I like this update. I do. I
of
think it's
course.
way
I
better
think it's
than
great.
like Heavy and frickin' like the crap they added last year. Like at the end of the year, like gotcha coins, Heavy. Then they got rid of the super rares from the login. Like they were really kicking us all in the dicks. Like I think even some whales weren't happy. But at least with this, it's like lighthearted. It's way more quality of life based, which is what last year's update
This,
needed.
this game needed, yeah,
Yeah.
this game
So
needed it, and this was a home run. I'm not gonna lie. All the dissecting it aside, this is a very good slice of life kind of update for everybody. I think this was a good olive branch for the community. You just with any olive branch, you have to take that and understand that it's not always an open hand on the other side. So
yeah.
just remember that.
Yep. Nothing in life is free. Everyone
Yeah.
should remember that. That's great advice. Always remember that. There's always a catch.
Yep, that's actually real
I'm
life
not telling you to.
advice.
That's not. I'm not telling anyone to go out there and not trust people because there are good people. But like, always remember nothing in life is free. Then
Yeah.
you'll have an easier time because you'll expect nothing and you'll never get disappointed.
Indeed.
And I think that's a good place to end it. I really want to thank you, Ultra, like for coming on and because like you went so far down this system, I feel like I can't even talk about it. Like you know way more about it than either of us. So I think you know more
I
about like
pretty,
Affinity than most everyone at this point with the amount of pulls you've done.
yeah, it's pretty insane. But I mean, I was in a good place to do that. Thanks to defending your honor on the last campaign. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's funny because people still are like, "Grats for being number one," and I'm like, "Do I just tell them that wasn't me at this point?"
no,
Like,
not at all. Just keep it moving. I mean,
just keep it
everybody who knows
moving.
knows. Everybody doesn't know. Not that big a deal.
Yep. I do
Yeah,
appreciate that though, and I do appreciate the footage injection, not just from you, but from everyone. Like,
yeah.
Tack and
Community's
I are
been
gonna,
really worth supporting mine. Yeah,
yeah, Tack and I are gonna be busy today. Like after this video, we're gonna go our separate ways with Ultra, and we're just gonna start putting out tower footage because we have so much like And you're making some too, aren't you, Ultra?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna do some stuff with Takiko and with Noah because I'm pretty sure there won't be a lot of people who are gonna be try to run it with those guys. We know my nigga can do it. I don't doubt it for a half a second. But I mean, I'm gonna put Big Mama on the bench this time and
don't do it, man. Don't
let
Oh,
the
do
new
it.
that's
girls.
Don't
And
do it.
let the new girls get after it and see what they can do. I mean, I'm pretty sure Takiko is gonna fall flat on her face. I'm already prepared for that. I'm pretty sure Noah is gonna be able to get through it. I just don't know if she has the DPS to get through it in 10 minutes. I might have to change her build up a little bit, but honestly, she's probably. I'm really not worried about Noah. I think Noah's going to do well. I think because she's got the snares, she's got Sora, popping lightning bolts every freaking 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I think she's going to do well. Okay, but Takiko, I mean, I don't know, man. And I'm going to try to run all of it without invulnerability because I don't like running it at all. And if I don't have to, I won't use it. So I'm going to try and see where this goes because none of my girls actually even have invulnerability supporters. Even like leveled up. I think my speaker is like at 3, but that's really, and I never even use her. I just have her just because that's what it is. I don't even run her like a support on the bench. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But we'll still gotta get some stuff ready. I'll definitely shoot it over to you, and you and Tag can dissect it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I don't want to go back in there because I want to do it with Kirara, and she's so bad I don't want to look at her. So that's where I'm at. Like, I just like
Sometimes you love us. Your wife is a bad wife, dude. Like saying, I'm honestly, you and I both are just in the same boat. Carrara and Tokiko or Wizba. I mean, she's
why
just
she's so bad. Yeah, sometimes I'd be looking at Tack like I should have made Asagi. She's so good. Like, I want to Kojenko all day.
But
But
you know
it,
what's so funny? But if you honestly, dude, if you threw your supporters right now, you have on Carrara on Asagi. I don't care what your Asagi weapon is at 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, a non-enchanted or not. I guarantee you, she would go and clear it because your supporters are already so beefy, And the Asagi is just good. I mean, she's just good. I mean, that's just the thing. I said those. We talked about this before, and I won't get off track with this, but the original 5 or 6 are just so freaking good. Like it's just insane that they just made the rest of them okay. You know?
I don't even know about okay. That's the thing. You know what it is? Because like we've had bonus because everyone beat Tower before Enchanting was added. So most people did. Like there's still people doing Tower, and I don't want to like put shade on people who are under floor 50 don't feel that way. But a lot of the community who like plays the game and has been following it murdered the Tower like before we
Yeah.
ever got Enchanting. That's the reality of it,
Hmm.
and that's why there's so many complaints about it resetting or us getting new Tower. So between that, they added bonus stages, and like I feel like bonus gave it definitely gave me like a false sense of like
How good your
yeah,
characters are.
yeah, like so I'm like because I like Enchanted Kirara super far, and I'm like sitting here and bonus just she walks on it, so I'm thinking oh
Yeah.
she should be fine in tower. Like I'm thinking she'll have trouble. Like I'm not thinking I'm gonna run through it and not get a game over, but I'm like she should be good to do it.
Well, one other thing on that. What about us having to run multiple different mag sets? Because you know how they gave us a little heads up about the reduced damage should reduce damage there. Maybe it's about rolling mags and having mags that are demon mags, that are human mags, that are machine mags. For these floors. Maybe that helps. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll try that with Takiko because I've got a bunch of mags already rolled that'll roll to every type. I mean, I'm just going to try and max a little bit, a few of them else out, or get close to them and see what I can do with that.
Yeah, like that's my thing. Like I don't really know. Like dude, I was up all night playtesting her. I just don't know where to go from here besides just coming to the verdict that she sucks and accepting it. But that's who I want to play, so I'm
Yeah.
still gonna do the content with her. But just it's probably gonna be an eye opener for some people who like, because there are people who enchanted, more Saki, and they're just breezing through it. But like for the people who enchanted like a weaker character, like a Kirara or an Ingrid or an Asuka, it may not feel too good if you're looking to solo it. Like I think if you bring all
Yeah.
three of your characters, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to
Like I
solo
said,
it.
Wolf. Like I want to see somebody's footage of like them soloing it with like a character that we would think that's not great. So like Obro, like Wolf and his Obro. Like let's see if you had to bring other people or somebody who's going through. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure I could load new into slot 3 and just just decimate. Because I mean, she's tanky. She's got DPS. She's got sustain built into her kit. I mean, it's just like she's just a good character. She's a great character across the board. But I think some of these other characters you can team in and probably bring a team, but like for me, I think enchanting should have been a thing where like if I throw a plus 15 weapon and plus 7, 8, 9, 10 supporters onto a character, I should be able to just mow the lawn.
And
And
that's why I'm so
yeah,
disappointed in Kirara, because like, yo, I have a plus
yeah,
15 main, I have a plus 14 sub, and my supporters are 9, 10, 10, and I'm like, she can't do this?
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
what did I invest in? Because to me, like,
yeah.
enchanting was a promise of, not that they made any promises, but to me, enchanting was oh, it's enchanting, you're gonna be able to frickin' bring your character to that level, even if they were a bad character, this is gonna make them relevant, and it doesn't in Tower, it just doesn't. Like,
And
certain
this game should
characters are
be
just
about
bad.
yeah, yeah. This game should be about every waifu being meta. I mean, I'm okay knowing that there's going to be better characters across the board, but I think every character, every waifu drop should be meta. You should be able to take a character that you like, this is your favorite chick from the series, and equip her and take her into content and have her do well. And the fact that you can't with everybody is just it's kind of disheartening. But I mean, also this is also a gacha game, so how do they get you to spend on multiple characters? Because that's the case, you would just get your one waifu and you would never do anything else. I mean, honestly, other than clear content daily, and maybe here and there open a pack and buy a character. So again, they can't give you everything. So I mean, maybe having a 3-man kit and just having somebody who's meta, and then maybe having somebody who's semi-meta, and then having somebody who you just like, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent, is what the way to go. But I mean, even Ark. I watched Ark's video on his channel, and his Murasaki, he enchanted, which Ark doesn't enchant, and he was struggling fighting Astaroth. Who was it? Astaroth, Micah, and Yuki. I don't know what stage it was on, but he was. I mean, like literally, he was getting his ass kicked. And Murasaki's a monster, and he was running a green. You know, with the same green Murasaki, last tower, people were born. People were like, oh my God, Murasaki's a god because of what Arcade put out there. But the fact that he's struggling now, I think this tower is just harder than it was. And maybe this strat's going to be different. Because, like, maybe it's about range. Maybe it's about keeping your distance. Maybe it's about more than what, we're able to do normally. But I don't know. I mean, watching Arc struggle with Murasaki kind of had me like, oh God, Takiko's, she ain't going to get up the first floor.
Yeah, dude, that's like when because I watched Ark struggle, and to me, I was like, oh man, is it? I didn't know if it was him or if it was Murasaki or if it was the tower was just
Nah,
that
he was
hard
playing his
now.
ass off, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
I watched the multiple runs. He was playing well. Like it just he had bad luck, but it's bad luck when there's 3 ranged characters and you're not ranged. I mean,
exactly.
at the end of the day, so Murasaki just was getting her ass handed because Arthur was making that little 4 square lane of fire. You have the Micah's in the corner, like literally she backs in the corner and she's bazookaing. And then you've got Yuki who's actually chasing you around. You really can't even set up. So I mean, it's just one of those things where it's incredibly difficult across the board. And so if somebody like Murasaki can have an issue in that stage, what does Takiko have?
Yeah,
What does
what is
Ferrari have in case like that?
exactly?
So
Yeah, I get you. It was just like, dude, I was just after struggling with floor 60 and passing it with like one, like literally I had one hit left. I'm just like, I'm so like I like Kirara, but right now that chick is staying at her mom's house. Like I don't want to look at her right now. It's just, I, I think we'll end it with that because we have rambled. I'll just name the video like
yeah,
general
yeah,
discussion or something. But the gist of it was Affinity. I appreciate you explaining that.
yeah.
And the other
No
discussion,
problem, boss.
I'm sure someone will get something from it. And as always, thank you guys. I appreciate everything you do. And yeah, I think we're gonna end it. I might use your home screen here as the thumbnail if you don't mind.
No, I don't care.
Just because they're all cute and in blue, and I love the Dre reference. So, and I wasn't sure what to make of the thumbnail, so I guess I'll make this one since it's your footage. But that'll be the video, guys. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and yeah, we will catch you tomorrow with another one. Bye bye.